Lights turn to green. Watch Prost, in particular, behind Ayrton Senna on the left in the blue and white car with the unique anhedral front wing, Jean Alesi. This could be his moment. At any moment now, the lights will go to red and then to green. It's going to be a race that's nearly 2 hours long. I'll be surprised if half the entry finishes it. And it's a good start by Alain Prost, an even better one by Senna. Alesi is in third position. Berger is challenging. Riccardo Patrese and Boutsen follow in the Williams. And it looks to me as though Capelli already at some turn de botte is in trouble. Senna pulling away. Then it is Prost. And you can see them now as they go round the left-hander at the Hotel de Paris. The next shot we'll see is as they come down. And Alesi is going through on the inside and taking Prost, and so is Berger. And that's it. Berger hits Prost. Are they going to stop the race? This is the right-hander just before the Mirabeau, and you can see that the thing that we all feared, a carambolage at the corner there, has happened. And it looks to me as though now Prost and Berger, two of the fancy men in the race, and Alesi's car on the right, are out of the Monaco Grand Prix. Well, there is 4 times winner Alain Prost. That is the pace car from the back coming through. Now they're going to try. Here's a replay. Now watch on the left, Alesi.
Alesi challenges Prost, gets alongside him, and that is reasonable enough. Prost is on the outside, and Alesi got round the corner, so that may have been somebody else. That was probably Nakajima who got stuck in there, and I think Alesi's hard charging. Yes, that was Nakajima. He popped up in the air and then down again, it looked like. Or was it a Brabham? That may be a Brabham back view. Looks more like a Brabham airbox to me. Difficult to see from here, I'm afraid, but certainly Prost and Berger out of the race as it starts, but of course they have spare cars. And Capelli, who we saw, and his car was on fire at the first corner. I saw flames coming out of the back of his car, so he'll be right. That's why he's rushing back, clutching his seat, ready to get in the spare car.
And meantime, I see no signs of the race being stopped at the present moment there. Yes, of course they have. They're touring in round the right-hander, coming out of the Rascasse while they get rid of the wreckage. And of course now, as Alain Prost with his helmet off looks at the wreckage, the question is he going to go back to the start to get the second? Well, there's Berger running away. Alain Prost shouting at the Austrian, not looking at all happy, and why should he? Well, the other car, incidentally, the Brabham that James identified, was that of Stefano Modena, the Italian driver who finished third in the Monaco Grand Prix. And the thing that we always fear when 26 cars all bunched together are fighting their way round this twisty circuit has happened. On the left then, Alain Prost Ferrari being wheeled backwards down the hill. Modena is back in the Brabham. Here's a replay with Alesi going through, pushing inside Prost. Now watch Berger cut through, and you'll see that the left front wheel is knocked right off the McLaren as he brakes, trying to avoid Prost, pushes the Ferrari round, which kicks up into the air, and Alesi is on his way.
Yes, well, you have to really say that that was Berger's fault, that accident, because he was charging at a gap that was quite clearly closing and going to continue to close, because with Alesi having gone inside Prost, Prost was obviously going to get back onto the inside to cover that inside line from attack. He'd already done it. There was no hole there by the time Berger hit him, because his right front wheel was already on the curb. So really one's got to say that Berger was charging at a hole that really wasn't there by the time he got there. Here comes Alain Prost, a very fit, tough little fellow that he is, running back, ready to get into the spare car.
Now, is the second Ferrari, or rather the third Ferrari, set up for Alain Prost or for Nigel Mansell as Gerhard Berger runs back to get in the spare McLaren? Incidentally, Gerhard Berger, as you can see, is a very tall chap. I've talked about that a lot, particularly at the San Marino Grand Prix and before that at Phoenix. And now we're riding with Alessandro Nannini. Of course, this is a replay going down to the right-hander at the Metropole and leading on to the Mirabeau. Nannini in the Benetton, and you can see on the right there. Now, there is Modena's Brabham, the white and blue car. Cutting in front of us is Derek Warwick, number 11, who stops, as does Martin Donnelly. Modena threads his way forward, but the way is closed and he's had to stop. On the left, you see the Ferrari. This is live, of course, now. The Ferrari of Alain Prost, who's on his way back to get the spare car. The McLaren of Gerhard Berger. And that is going to be a big problem to remove Berger's McLaren, because it appeared to me that the whole of the left front suspension and wheel was removed in the accident, and that means lifting tackle is needed. I was talking just before we went to that.